A zippered pouch is such a handy thing to have. They're so easy to make and they make great gifts. Hey quilting friends, it's Carolina Moore, your favorite sewing and quilting YouTuber here, and today I'm sewing on my Baby Lock Jubilant and I am showing you how to make the most simple little zippered pouch. This is just 4 pieces of fabric cut in a zipper and we're putting them together to make a super simple, easy to make zippered pouch. No bells and whistles, but so functional. You ready? Let's get started. We're going to start off with 4 pieces of fabric that I've already cut. 2 are our lining fabric and 2 are our outer fabric. Now you can really cut these any size you want. I went with 6 inches by 10 inches because I have a 12-inch zipper and I want my bag to be a little bit smaller than my zipper. For this easy zipper pouch method, you just want your bag width to be smaller than your zipper, and you can have the height of your bag really whatever size you want depending on what you're going to use this for. This 6 by 10 size is great for a quick makeup pouch, a pouch to put in your purse, or a pencil pouch. So 6 by 10 is really a great versatile size and goes really well with a 12-inch zipper. So we're going to start by grabbing an outer piece and a lining piece, and we're going to sandwich our zipper between the outer piece and the lining piece. And you want the top of your zipper, so that's the zipper tab top, to be facing your outer fabric. And that way your outer fabric will stay your outer fabric. And just have both ends of the zipper overlap or come out the ends right here. You can go ahead and pin this if you like. I'm not a big pinner, but it's totally up to you. Now I need to go ahead and change my foot. And when I change this foot, I'm going to change it to a zipper foot. It's pretty quick and easy to just clip out the other foot and put in the zipper foot instead. So a zipper foot has 2 sides. I'm going to be sewing on this side closest to the zipper the first time, so I'm going to go ahead and install it this way. There we go. It's just as easy as snapping it in place. Now I'm going to grab my pieces that I've layered, and I've layered my top, my zipper, and my backing fabric. I'm just going to place my zipper foot right on there, and I get to line my zipper right up against my zipper foot, and it makes a really good guide for keeping this even. Make sure that all my 3 layers, my zipper, my lining, and my outside are all lined up, and then I'm going to go ahead and sew. So now you have your 3 layers stitched together, and what you want to do is just gently tug, and you can go ahead and finger press this away from the zipper. So you're just kind of pulling the zipper away from the fabric, and then on the back as well. I've done a pretty good job with my finger press here. It looks nice and smooth and flat. If you're worried about it at all, you can absolutely use an iron. These nylon zippers do hold up to the heat of an iron, so you don't have to worry about melting your zipper as long as you have a good quality zipper. Now we're going to take this back to our machine, and what we want to do is we want to do a top stitch right next to here. So we're just going to take this zipper foot, and there are some zipper feet where you'll just be stitching on the other side of the zipper foot. This one we just flip the zipper foot to the other side. There we go. So that is our top stitch. So pretty, gives it a nice finished look. And now we're going to add the second side. So we're going to put our lining right side up. Again, we're sandwiching our zipper between. And we have our outer fabric right side down. And so in this case, our outside fabrics are touching each other and our lining fabrics are going to be touching each other. We're just going to take this to our machine. And just like before, so same thing, we're gonna go ahead and finger press. And you can do this with an iron if you prefer. You just wanna make sure that you don't have any puckers in your fabric, and you definitely don't want your fabric to be overlapping your zipper in any way. So now we can take this to the machine. And now notice this time I didn't flip the foot again because I'm coming from the other side. We have tons of threads. Don't worry about all the threads right now. So we have our zipper and it's completely installed in our 4 pieces of fabric. What you want to do here, and this is super important, is open your zipper halfway. And that's super important because that's what's going to allow us to turn this right side out when we're all done. So now we're going to take our bag and put it right sides together so that the outer fabrics and the inner fabrics are all right sides together. So we have our right sides together on our lining and our right sides together on our outside of our fabric. And what we're going to do is just push this zipper up so that all of our raw edges of our zipper are going towards the lining. And there's kind of like a little U-shaped bulge right here. And that's just gonna give us a prettier finish to our zipper. There are other ways to make zipper pouches with tabs on the end of your zippers, and those are just different ways of doing it. The whole point of this video is to give you a super simple way to make a zippered pouch. So this is the simple way. Then on the other side, we're gonna do the same thing. There's no bulge or anything, and I do have all these threads. There we go, just get all the threads out of the way. I can even go ahead and clip those. There we go. So I just want both of the zipper teeth sides to face up towards my outer fabric, and the raw edges of my zipper to go towards the lining fabric. And then I'm going to pin on either side. There we go. And now you can just add a couple pins if you want around the sides edges of the zipper to just kind of hold everything in place. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna sew all the way around, and we're going to leave ourselves a nice gap right here in our lining, and that's what we're gonna turn everything through. And remember, you have your zipper opened halfway at this point. So So over at the sewing machine, we're just going to use a regular sewing foot. You can use a 1/4 inch foot and go to the 1/4 inch edge, but I'm just using a regular sewing foot, and I'm just lining up with the edge of my foot. I'm not worried about a 1/4 inch seam allowance, just an even seam allowance all the way around. You want to move your pins out of the way as you sew. And when you get your distance of your foot away from the edge, you want to lift up, turn, and then put it back down. And what that'll do is it'll give you a nice clean point on your bag. Now as we come up to this side here, we want to make sure to move our pin out of the way, but also that we fold all of these sides down and that we get through all these layers. And feel free to go slow. And if you want to give your bag some extra security, just go ahead and go back and forth right there. We're going to do this all the way around. We get to a corner, lift, pivot, put your foot back down, and then keep stitching. And back to the other side of my zipper. I'm going to remove these pins, carefully go over, making sure that I'm not having any of my seam allowances lift. Go back and forth over this to give it some extra security. And then we've left ourselves that hole for turning. So now that we have it all stitched, we can cut off our zipper ends. Now you should have your zipper tab somewhere here in the middle, so we're not cutting off the zipper tab, the zipper pull. There we go. And we are going to clip our corners. I like doing what I call a little seagull shape. So you can see right there, it's a little seagull shape, and it gets close to the threads, doesn't cut into your stitching, and it takes all that extra bulk out of your corner. So that way you have nice, smooth corner points. So we've done that on all 4 corners. And we've clipped our zipper pieces, so now we can go ahead and reach through and pull it all right side out. You can go ahead and tuck your lining in for now and open up your zipper all the way. Now, if you want to poke these corners out, don't use your scissors to poke these corners out. You want to use something that's designed to be a point turner. And you can actually go through that hole in your lining to get to your corners and poke these out. Now we just need to close up our hole right here. So to close up this hole, we're just gonna fold in our seam allowance, bring this over to the sewing machine, Go back and forth a little bit at the beginning and end. There we go. And make sure you're just getting through all the layers here to stitch that hole closed, and you're going really close by the edge. Go back and forth. I can cut off this thread. Cut off this thread. Come here. There we go. And now we can tuck our lining inside our bag. Get those corners in nice. And there you go. Cute little zippered pouch. Super simple to make. Wasn't that so easy? I love zippered pouches. They make amazing gifts and they are so handy to have for just about anything. For snacks, for pens and pencils, makeup brushes, you name it, you can make a zippered pouch that is perfect for keeping that thing handy and clean and tidy. If you have any questions or comments, please leave those down below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe to this channel. I have lots and lots of sewing and quilting videos that I want to share with you, and I do that with my subscribers all the time. So make sure you hit that subscribe button so that you know every time I have a new video for you. That's it for today, my friends, but I will see you right here real soon. Bye for now.